So this video is going to be around how you can start running as a beginner, which includes 8 tips of mine that I think are going to be really useful that you can use to start running right now. Tip 1, start very small and then build up with momentum. When you're just starting out running, you're not going to be able to run very far. So what I want you to do is start really small with a really small run and then gradually build yourself up to a longer run. So what does this look like? The first run you ever do is going to feel tiring, it's going to feel slow, and it's probably going to be a bit demotivating because you're not going to be as fast as you think you are. You're probably not going to want to do any more than 1 to 2 kilometers as your very first run because you're not going to be able to do any more than that, and you might end up risking injury if you do more than that. Then as you put in the work and over time, you'll notice that you don't get as tired once you keep doing the same run over and over again. So then you can start to ramp up the distance that you run 1 kilometer at a time, I'd probably say, and this is a good starting mark if you want to keep progressing. Over the course of your first month, you'll probably find around 2 to 3 kilometers is a good place to start, and then you can keep doing that run and see how much progress you can make by trying to beat your last time. Tip number 2, what to do when you have no motivation. So when you have no motivation, what I usually do is I just tell myself that I'm going to take it easy on this run. I'm going to go super slow and just take it real easy and enjoy the process of the run. Just enjoy the scenery as you run and just take it really easy and relax. Then once I'm actually out there, I start to get into a groove, I listen to my music, and I start to think, well, I could probably push myself a bit harder. I'm feeling good, feeling like I can keep going, so I keep going. I'm pushing myself harder, and now you're actually starting to get into a proper run. And that's exactly how you start running with no motivation. Tip number 3, how to push past what your mind is saying. So once you have started running and you've been doing it for a while, you're actually going to want to push yourself harder than you did last time. And this is exactly where your mind comes into play. It's going to tell you to stop because it's getting uncomfortable and your lungs are on fire. But this is where you make the most progress. Not only are you training yourself to run further, but you're also training your mind to push past that pain barrier that you're experiencing and callous that mind into doing things that you don't like doing. So I don't want you to instantly give up the second that you start to feel pain or uncomfortable, because this is letting your emotions control you. If you keep pushing past that barrier, say you do 1 minute one time, every single time you keep building up that time. Do 1 minute the first time you keep running. When you start to feel uncomfortable, the next time run for an extra 2 minutes, 3 minutes the next time, and you keep building up. And this is exactly how you're going to take back control of your emotions and your mind, which is going to lead to exponential progress. I want you to remind yourself of this quote every time you struggle. It goes like this: if you can't stay motivated, stay consistent. Tip number 4 is a simple and effective running schedule. The best running schedule is one that fits into your life as it is now. Create the running schedule around your other tasks so that it doesn't get in the way and it doesn't feel like a chore. But don't forget to do it because it is a priority on your list. For example, if you have heaps of stuff on Monday, take Monday off, take it as a rest day, and then get back into it the next day. And if you only have 10 minutes of time that you can actually do that run, go for a run in that 10 minutes and then do a longer one next time. It doesn't really matter how far or how long your runs are at the start, just as long as you're starting and you're getting into the groove of staying consistent. And it doesn't have to be the same day or the same time every single week. You could change it up every single week by changing the way you run, the route you take, the speed that you run, and how far you run. All of these things can be mixed up and are all beneficial to you if you do them on a consistent basis, and will help keep it interesting so that you can stay consistent with it, because consistency is ultimately what you're going to want to have, because it's what's going to make you the most progress. Tip number 5 is to give yourself a reward after doing it. It is really important that you stay consistent with your running, because otherwise you won't see any progress. To stay consistent, you might want to consider giving yourself a reward to look forward after you do your run. Something like allowing you to watch a show of your TV episodes or eating something unhealthy like a treat is a really good way to give you that extra motivation for yourself to go for that run. Tip number 6, how to progress faster than anyone else. If you want to progress faster than anyone else, then you really need to make running a priority. If that means that you're busy one day and you don't have any time to do it, you may need to get up an extra 30 minutes earlier so that you can go on a run for that day. Really dedicate yourself to your training and concentrate on the fact that you need to be super consistent with it and doing it around 3 to 4 times a week for optimal results. Tip number 7, recovery is really important. Most people think that when you are running, that's where the progress is made, but that's not really the case. Progress is actually made when you're recovering, which includes when you're sleeping and that you're eating the right foods. Sleeping at least 8 hours every single night and getting in the right foods into your diet so that you have a good energy balance in your day so that you complete your tasks to optimal level. Especially at the start, I would probably recommend running every 2 to 3 days, containing at least one rest day in between each run. On that rest day, you could go for a walk or do some light physical activity to keep yourself active. Pretty much the recipe to making progress in running is run, rest, repeat. And finally, tip number 8 is going to be some benefits of why you should keep running. So I'm just going to give you 3 massive benefits that you can remind yourself of that you get when you run and why you should keep doing it when you don't feel like running. Number 1 is it's going to help you keep and maintain a healthy body weight, which will allow you to lead a healthier lifestyle. Number 2, it's going to help increase the strength of your immune system and your heart, making you less susceptible to different diseases and increasing your cardiovascular strength. And number 3, it's going to help boost your confidence, because you know you've accomplished something that most other people aren't willing to do. So by now, I hope you have everything you need to start running and enjoy the journey. Anyway guys, go down, hit the subscribe button, because on this channel, I post things all about how teens can start improving themselves, especially going into 2023, and how they can develop a mindset to conquer any goal that they have. So go down, hit the subscribe button if that sounds good to you. Click here to watch my latest video. See you later.